These healthy veggies could be harming you after 60. Imagine this. You're 63, maybe 70. Dinner was perfect. A light salad, some steamed vegetables. You even skipped dessert. You feel proud. You feel healthy. But then, the next morning, something's off. Your hand feels numb. You struggle to find the right word. You brush it off. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's age. But what if it's not? What if the very vegetables you've trusted for years, spinach, tomatoes, even carrots, are quietly working against your brain while you sleep? In this video, we're uncovering the 9 vegetables that may increase stroke risk after 60. Not because they're bad, but because your body changes. And when you understand that change, you reclaim control.
I can't move my fingers.
So
What's
let's
wrong?
begin with the one vegetable most people over 60 eat every single day.
The imaging confirms
and why it
it
could
was
be
a
your
mini
brain's
stroke.
silent enemy.
A mini stroke.
James was 68.
Are you sure?
He walked every morning, kept his blood pressure in check, and proudly told his grandkids, "I haven't touched fast food in a decade." Dinner? Always the same. Salad with olive oil, steamed broccoli, maybe a few baby carrots. He was doing everything right. Until the morning, he couldn't grip his coffee mug. His words slurred. His balance fell off. The doctor said it was a mini stroke, the kind that whispers before the storm. And what shocked James most wasn't the diagnosis. It was what caused it. It wasn't bacon. It wasn't sugar. It was spinach, a food he'd eaten every night for years. See, after 60, the rules change. Your body becomes less forgiving. Your kidneys don't filter the same. Your blood vessels aren't as elastic. And the same foods that protected you at 40, they can quietly turn on you at 70. But here's the good news. You don't need to fear your food. You just need to understand it differently. Because this isn't about cutting out vegetables. It's about knowing when to eat them, what to pair them with, and how your medications interact. So before we talk about spinach, broccoli, tomatoes, or carrots, I want to show you how food, timing, and your age work like a 3-piece puzzle. Fit them together right, and your brain stays sharp. Get it wrong, and you risk what happened to James. Let's dive in. Let's start with something we often forget. Your body at 60 is not the same body you had at 30. It's wiser. It's been through more. But it also processes food in a way that's quieter and less forgiving. Here's what changes. Your kidneys slow down. They filter waste more gradually, including natural compounds found in vegetables like oxalates and nitrates. What once flushed out overnight may now linger and build up. Your blood vessels become thinner and stiffer. Imagine an old garden hose, flexible when new, but rigid over time. Now imagine trying to push thick fluid through it. That's what happens when dehydration, age, and certain foods combine. Your electrolyte balance shifts. With age, the body holds on to less magnesium, calcium, and potassium, minerals that help your heart and brain communicate. This means certain foods can throw that balance off more easily than before. And then there are your medications. Most people over 60 are on at least 1 prescription, maybe 2, maybe 5. Some thin your blood, some lower your pressure, and many interact with what's on your plate in ways your doctor may not have explained. So while a plate of steamed veggies might seem harmless, when combined with blood pressure meds, a diuretic, and a 9 p.m. dinner time, it can quietly tip the scales. But don't worry, this isn't about scaring you. This is about empowerment. Because once you understand how your aging body responds to food, you can make small, smart changes that keep you sharp, steady, and safe. And it starts with the vegetable you've trusted most, the one Popeye swore by. But your 70-year-old kidneys might not agree with anymore. Let's talk about spinach. Spinach. It's the symbol of strength, the go-to green for anyone trying to eat clean. But after 60, even the strongest foods demand a second look. Let's break this down. Spinach is rich in oxalates, natural compounds found in many leafy greens. They aren't toxic. In fact, they're completely normal. But when oxalates meet calcium, they bond. And in younger bodies, that's no big deal. The kidneys flush the excess out. But here's the problem. Backhand index pointing right after 60, kidney function slows. Backhand index pointing right, many seniors take calcium or vitamin D supplements. Backhand index pointing right and blood vessels are already more fragile and narrow. That bond between oxalate and calcium, it can create tiny crystals like grains of sand that flow through your bloodstream and sometimes lodge into small arteries, especially the ones feeding your brain. The result? Silent strokes. Minor, at first, maybe just a dizzy spell or a moment of confusion. But over time, they add up. That's what nearly happened to James, our friend from earlier. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just eating spinach the wrong way. So here's how to eat it right. White heavy checkmark time earlier in the day. Breakfast or lunch is best. White heavy checkmark, don't pair it with calcium or vitamin D supplements in the same meal. White heavy checkmark, stay hydrated. To help your kidneys flush out the oxalates properly, white heavy checkmark, and if you have a history of kidney stones, strokes, or blood flow issues, talk to your doctor before adding spinach smoothies to your daily routine, because spinach isn't the enemy. But like many things after 60, it needs to be respected. Eating right, it protects. Eating wrong, it can quietly build blockages you'll never feel coming. Next up, a vegetable celebrated for heart health, but when mixed with blood thinners, can send your circulation into chaos. Let's talk about broccoli. You've heard it 100 times. Eat your broccoli. It's good for your heart.
And onions
and that's true. Broccoli is packed with fiber, vitamin C, and powerful antioxidants.
I see.
It's a warrior against inflammation and even supports your immune system. But like all warriors, it has a double edge. The issue? Vitamin K, a key nutrient found in broccoli that helps your blood clot properly. Now, when you're 25, that's a blessing. But at 65, 70, 75, when you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, Plavix, or even daily aspirin, too much vitamin K can interfere with your meds. You see, these medications work by slowing your blood's ability to clot. They keep it flowing smoothly, especially through smaller vessels in your brain and heart. But vitamin K sends the opposite message.
Dizziness.
Hey, let's clot a little faster.
Numbness.
So what happens when you suddenly start eating a ton of broccoli or stop eating it after having it daily? Your medication levels get thrown off. Your blood may become too thick or too thin. And the scary part? You probably won't feel a thing until your blood pressure spikes, or your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, or that clot silently forms overnight. But here's the good news. You don't need to give up broccoli. You just need to treat it with consistency. Think of your body like a scale. If you eat the same amount of broccoli each week, your doctor can adjust your medication accordingly. But if your intake jumps around, broccoli Monday, none the rest of the week, your medications can't keep up. And that's when things get risky. So here's what you can do. Keep your broccoli intake consistent. Don't binge.
So fresh.
Don't quit. Let your doctor know if your diet has changed.
I'm glad we decided
Cook
to eat
it
outside.
gently. Steaming can preserve the
Stay
nutrients
sharp,
without overloading
Stay
you.
safe.
And skip the raw broccoli
above all,
smoothies, unless you know
stay
how they affect your
vital.
medication. Broccoli still is your friend. But after 60, even friends need a little space and a lot of balance. Next, we're looking at something even gentler, a crisp leaf of romaine lettuce. But when eaten too late in the day, it may be far less innocent than it seems. Let me ask you this. What's your go-to dinner at 7 p.m.? For many, it's something light. A small salad, a few grilled vegetables, maybe some asparagus or romaine with olive oil. It feels clean.
So avoiding
easy,
grapefruit is crucial
safe,
with this medication,
but here's
as
the
highlighted
hidden
here in the
twist.
pamphlet.
So
That
just the occasional
safe
orange is fine.
salad
Exactly. That
might
sounds
be
like a
doing
plan we
more
can
than
stick
just
to.
helping you sleep. It might be quietly dehydrating you while you rest. Let me explain. Romaine lettuce and asparagus are both natural diuretics, meaning they gently encourage your body to let go of water. That's not a bad thing during the day.
Eating these
In
colorful
fact,
vegetables helps your
it's
body
helpful
grow
if you're
strong
bloated
and
or
stay
retaining
healthy.
Does the
fluid.
red pepper help
But at
too?
night,
Yes,
when your
especially
kidneys
this one.
slow
It's full of
down
vitamins.
and you're not actively drinking water, that gentle loss of fluid becomes something else. Thicker blood, sluggish circulation, reduced oxygen flow to the brain. It's like trying to push molasses through a straw. Now imagine you add blood pressure meds or diuretics to the mix. Your body is already trying to stay balanced. And then that bedtime salad just tipped the scales. You might not feel it right away, but over time it can lead to morning dizziness, brain fog, sudden headaches, and in some cases, small clots forming during sleep. The fix? Eat your greens earlier in the day. Lunch is ideal. If you do eat them at dinner, drink a small glass of water with your meal. Avoid pairing 2 or more diuretic foods in one sitting. And stay aware of your medication timing,
but also reducing the
especially if you're taking any blood pressure or kidney prescriptions. Because even water-rich veggies can steal hydration when your body needs it most. The truth is, timing matters. Romaine at lunch is refreshing. Romaine at 8 p.m., it might silently thicken your blood by morning. Next up, 2 seemingly harmless foods, carrots and corn, that spike your blood sugar and leave your circulation crashing in your sleep. Let's talk about sugar, stress, and stroke risk from the most innocent vegetables on your plate. They seem innocent, don't they? A handful of baby carrots, a bowl of corn with dinner. Simple, natural, really even wholesome. But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. Your body doesn't handle natural sugar the way it used to. Let's talk about carrots first. Yes, they're low in calories. Yes, they're great for your eyes. But they're also quick digesting carbs, especially when eaten raw. At 30, your pancreas processes that sugar spike without breaking a sweat. But at 60 or 70, insulin works slower. Your cells are less responsive, and that gentle carrot crunch can set off a roller coaster. First, your blood sugar spikes. Then, hours later, often while you're asleep, it crashes. And your body responds the only way it knows how. It panics. It releases cortisol and adrenaline, stress hormones that tighten your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, and thicken your blood. Now combine that with mild dehydration, and you created the perfect storm, a brain running on low fuel and high pressure. Corn? It's even trickier. Corn behaves more like a starch than a vegetable. Your body breaks it down into glucose fast. Just like bread, it feels warm, familiar, comforting. But at night, it's the last thing your blood vessels need. So what can you do? Eat carrots and corn earlier in the day. Breakfast or lunch is best. Pair them with protein or healthy fats, like hummus, eggs, or avocado, to slow the sugar release. Avoid corn as a standalone evening dish. No late-night corn chowder. No, just a little popcorn before bed. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel tired, dizzy, or foggy in the morning, it might not be your age. It might be what you ate at 8 p.m. Because after 60, your brain is still strong. But it needs fuel that stabilizes, not spikes. Now let's move from sugar to spice and take a look at one of nature's most powerful healers, but also one of the most underestimated blood thinners out there.
Remember to take
garlic.
It separately from
For
a meal
centuries,
containing high
garlic has been
oxalate
called a
foods,
miracle,
like spinach.
The heart protector, the immune booster, nature's
While
antibiotic.
spinach is healthy, the
And
high
that's not
oxalate
just folklore,
content is
it's
contributing
backed
to
by
the storms.
science.
I understand.
Garlic
Are there
contains
alternatives?
compounds like allicin and natural sulfur that help lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and thin your blood gently, naturally. Sounds great, right? But here's the thing. What happens when garlic meets your medication? Especially if you're taking warfarin, clopidogrel, a daily aspirin, or any other prescription blood thinner. Suddenly, it's not gentle anymore.
Goodness
Because
me.
now your blood isn't just thin.
165
It's
over
too
95.
thin. And when that happens,
Oh, that soy sauce
even
must
small
be the
things become dangerous. A nosebleed that won't stop, bruising without injury, headaches that come out of nowhere, or worse, a small blood vessel in your brain that bursts quietly while you sleep. It's what we call a hemorrhagic stroke, and it can be harder to detect, but just as life-threatening. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop eating garlic altogether. It means you need to treat garlic like medicine. Here's how to do that wisely. Avoid garlic supplements unless your doctor specifically approves them. Stick to small amounts in cooked meals. Cooking softens its blood-thinning effects. Pay attention to signs that your blood may be too thin. Fatigue, dizziness, frequent headaches. Keep your doctor in the loop, especially if you love garlic-heavy meals or take any herbal supplements. Think of garlic like a tool. In the right hands, it strengthens your heart, but misused or combined carelessly, it can put your brain at risk. And garlic isn't alone. There's another kitchen staple, one that adds flavor to everything, that can drop your blood pressure too low when mixed with common medications. Let's talk about onions. They're in everything. Soups, stir fries, sandwiches. Onions are the quiet flavor in the background, the thing that makes a dish feel whole. And truth be told, they're good for you. They fight inflammation, lower cholesterol, support your immune system, and they contain a powerful compound called quercetin. Quercetin is a natural vasodilator, which means it helps open up your blood vessels and reduce pressure. Now, in theory, that's great, but what if you're already on blood pressure medications, or even blood thinners? What happens when medication lowers your pressure
And remember,
and your
it
food
is
lowers
crucial
even
to keep
more?
your physician
You might
informed
stand
about
up
your diet.
and feel the room spin.
It affects your overall
You might
treatment.
feel unusually tired. Or worse, your brain may not get enough oxygen while you sleep, setting the stage for a silent stroke. It's subtle, it's sneaky, and most seniors don't connect the dots. Because who would ever blame onions? Here's what you can do to stay safe. Enjoy onions as flavor, not as a full ingredient. Think of them as seasoning, not a side dish. Cook them. Heat reduces the strength of quercetin, making it gentler on your system. Avoid raw onion-heavy meals at night, especially if you're on medication. Stay hydrated throughout the day, particularly if you're on blood pressure meds. And most importantly, tell your doctor how you eat, not just what medications you take, but what you eat consistently, because that's the only way they can truly adjust your prescriptions to match your real life. The bottom line, onions are still an amazing part of a healthy diet. But after
Based on
60,
your recent diet,
they need to
we
be
can lower the
balanced with your
dosage
lifestyle
slightly.
and your medications.
I've updated it here.
A little bit
and the
adds
new
depth
prescription
and
is ready.
protection. Too much, at the wrong time, quietly steals your stability. And now, the most controversial vegetable of all. It's in soups, sauces, salads, and almost every American kitchen. Let's talk about tomatoes, and why they might be the most unpredictable of them all. They're in everything. Soups, stir fries, sandwiches. Onions are the quiet flavor in the background, the thing that makes a dish feel whole. And truth be told, they're good for you. They fight inflammation, lower cholesterol, support your immune system, and they contain a powerful compound called quercetin. Quercetin is a natural vasodilator, which means it helps open up your blood vessels and reduce pressure. Now, in theory, that's great, but what if you're already on blood pressure medications, or even blood thinners? What happens when medication lowers your pressure and your food lowers even more? You might stand up and feel the room spin. You might feel unusually tired. Or worse,
Thank you for
your
joining
brain
us
may not
as
get
we
enough
explore
oxygen
ways
while
to
you
live
sleep,
an empowered and
setting the
informed
stage
life
for a
at any
silent
age.
stroke. It's subtle, it's sneaky, and most seniors don't connect the dots. Because who would ever blame onions? Here's what you can do to stay safe. Enjoy onions as flavor, not as a full ingredient. Think of them as seasoning, not a side dish. Cook them. Heat reduces the strength of quercetin, making it gentler on your system. Avoid raw onion-heavy meals at night, especially if you're on
This branch
medication.
is just right.
Stay hydrated throughout the
It is
day,
perfect.
particularly if you're on
Look
blood
at this
pressure
little
meds.
one over here.
And most importantly, tell your doctor how you eat, not just what medications you take, but what you eat consistently, because that's the only way they can truly adjust your prescriptions to match your real life. The bottom line, onions are still an amazing part of a healthy diet. But after 60, they need to be balanced with your lifestyle and your medications. A little bit adds depth and protection. Too much, at the wrong time, quietly steals your stability. And now, the most controversial vegetable of all. It's in soups, sauces, salads, and almost every American kitchen. Let's talk about tomatoes, and why they might be the most unpredictable of them all. So let's recap. Spinach can clog your vessels if paired with calcium at night. Broccoli needs consistency if you're on blood
Everything here
thinners.
is organic.
Romaine and asparagus can
amazing what a
quietly
little
dehydrate
care
your brain
and good
while you
compost
sleep.
can do.
Carrots and corn spike and crash your sugar when your body's resting. Garlic and onions, powerful healers, but dangerous to combine carelessly with meds. And tomatoes, beautiful, bright, acidic, may stir your blood and nerves in silence. But here's the truth you need to remember. These vegetables are not your enemy. Your body isn't broken. And aging doesn't mean giving things up. It means learning how to move forward smarter. Because after 60, it's not just about what you eat. It's about when you eat it, how you pair it, and what else is in your system when you do. The best news? You're not powerless. With small, intentional changes, adjusting your meal timing, staying hydrated, keeping your doctor in the loop, you can continue enjoying the foods you love without fear. So here's what I'd love you to do. In the comments, tell me, which vegetable surprised you the most today? Have you been eating any of these regularly? And will you change anything starting tonight? Drop your answer below. Your story might help another senior watching today make a life-saving decision. And if this video helped you feel seen, strong, or smarter, please like this video, subscribe to Sliver Age Wellness, and click the super thanks if you'd like to support our mission to keep seniors informed, independent, and inspired. Because what you put on your plate today becomes a clarity, energy, and stability you carry into tomorrow. Stay sharp, stay safe, and above all, stay vital.